institute, that is Institute of Himalayan Bioresource Technology. We are working on exploring the Himalayan bioresource in terms of economy, and there are several work areas in which this institute is working. Rather, I should say that we are working in all the domains which has been put in this conference. But I will not discuss all those aspects, but just tell you that what are the important areas which are related to the agriculture sector, which in which my session, my talk has been placed. The institute vision is to be a global leader, which I already said, and that we have a set vision. And there are 6 departments which are working in agro technology, biotechnology, chemical technology, dietetics, nutrition technology, environment technology, fermentation and food. So that means we include our activities in all these domains, and we are one of the institute who is publishing research papers, the knowledge which is generated around these bioresources in very high impact factors of journals. Our focus is on biodiversity, then bioresource conservation, and ultimately developing technologies for agriculture sector, and also developing technologies for the food and pharma industries, and impacting the bioeconomy of the country. There are some major mission programs in which we are involved, and some of these mission programs we are leading from the institute, and other institutions are actually collaborating with us. One of the mission program is floriculture mission, where we are working on 17 different floriculture crops, the agrotechnology, the biotechnology, advanced technology we are developing around different flower crops. We have a phytopharma mission in which the pharmaceutical important crops are being explored to identify the molecules and to see their health effects, and some of the leads have already been translated and transferred to the industries for commercial productions. Another mission program is aroma mission, where we are working on aromatic crops, and this particular talk I kept on aroma crops. I will take you through some of the important crops which are related to the aroma, and how they are boosting the agriculture sector and impacting the perfumery industry. The genome editing is another important program where we are working on 3 crops. There are several other institutions working on different crops, but we are working on 3 crops in this mission. Waste to Wealth mission is another mission program in which several institutions are involved, and there we are significantly contributing in terms of exploring microbes of the high altitude regions, cycrophiles and psychotropes, which are really beneficial in terms of catering the processes under low temperature conditions. Then precision agriculture, smart agriculture nowadays is very much required, and the AI-based, IoT-based, which Dr. Mahapatra also mentioned in his chief guest address, that these are the important tools and techniques, and this program is being run at CSI level, where all 37 institutions are involved, and we are working on 3-4 crops again in this mission, providing the smartness to the agriculture sector. The seaweed mission, then bioresource conservation and prospection is a mission which is led by the CSIR IHBT, and there are several other missions and small projects. If you look at the constraints in Himalayan, there are several constraints, and keeping all these in mind, we have a very small agriculture land in the Himalayan regions, and therefore the agriculture crops, which are traditional agriculture crops, which we were talking about, the rice, wheat, maize, these crops can be grown larger areas. The demand is very high, so we need to have produced, but there are certain crops which can be grown even on smaller land holdings, and then we can get the benefit. Coming to the aromatic plants, which I mentioned, that I will just tell you about some of the crops, aromatic crops on which the institute is working, and this has a very huge benefit in terms of, if we have these kind of crops, these kind of crops are required to have a low volume and high value compounds, molecules which find applications in perfumery, aromatherapy, food, cosmetics and pharmaceutical industries, and the requirement in this sector is continuously increasing. If you look at the industry requirement of these crops, it is continuously increasing. In 2025, this has increased more than 5,378 USDs. And it finds applications I mentioned earlier also. So only the 2 programs, the phytopharma missions and the aroma missions, where We are working on different aspects like captive cultivations. Captive cultivation means the generating these kind of materials in high quantity by optimizing the conditions, because these kind of plants needs to be cultivated in higher concentrations, higher amounts, so that we can make their use for quality produce. Then we are generating quality planting materials, the improved varieties through selections, tissue culture techniques. Then sustainable crop models we are developing, the value additions. This aspect is also important. Whatever produce we are getting in terms of, say, for example, essential oil from the aromatic crops, that what value we can add so that we can improve or enhance the value of that oil so that it can be used in different industry. So these kind of activities we are conducting around that. If we look at the impact of aroma mission alone, it has impacted through the CSIR ISBT, because there are several other institutions involved. If you look at the holistically where 7 institutions are involved, we have supported more than 1.6 lakh farmers, and these crops, the crops which are mentioned left side of this slide, these crops are being grown in more than 51,000 hectares of land, and it has impacted very strongly, and therefore last year it has been recognized as a Rashtriya Vigyan Puruskar team given to this. Last year it was given to Chandrayaan 3 mission, and last year it was given to us about the activities which we performed under aroma missions in different regions. So these are the several crops like damask crops, aromatic crops, and chamomile, tulsi, muskbala, pamaroja, mint, clarisage, dracocephalum. So these are the crops on which IHBT is doing, and we are developing agro technologies. We are giving best varieties which are produced at a larger quantity in the farmer field, and also giving the large quantity of oil with the best quality of that oil. If you look at the aromatic marigold, Tagetes minuta, we made Himachal Pradesh #1 state in terms of its production, and we call it as a golden revolution. And its oil, earlier we were importing, and we have now started the export of oil from this crop, and it finds applications in various sectors. The impact analysis has been analyzed. It shows that we can get a net profit of rupees 2 lakh if we are growing this per hectare of land. That is a net profit. Similarly, the damask rose is another unique crop which is very useful, and its oil costs around 12 to 15 lakh per kg. And this agro technology and improved variety we have, and it also give a net profit of rupees 3 lakh per hectare if we grow. Similarly, the muskbala, Valerina jetamansi, has several applications like sedative effect and stimulant, and this crop also has very promising opportunities in terms of adopting by the farmers, and if it can be grown, it can impact our industrial sectors. Similarly, rosemary is another crop which is aromatic crops, and it can also be grown. It has applications, and it also give benefit to our farmer community if we can adopt in the areas which are not useful, at least for those crops which are traditionally used by the farmers in growing traditional crops. Lavender, yet another crop which is known with purple revolution in India. Lavender is being grown in the Kashmir and Jammu Kashmir region, but we have a variety which can be grown in the Himachal Pradesh and Uttarakhand with high quality oil, and it also can give a benefit of around 2.1 lakh rupees per hectare if grown by the farmers with the selections which we produced at our institute. Similarly, the German chamomile is yet another crop. It is again aroma crop, and this has some unique fragrance, and therefore it finds applications in perfumery. It can also find applications in food, beverages, pharmaceutical, cosmetic, toiletries, and these are the molecules, the whole characterization, and again variety has been developed which can find or give profit to the farmers if it can be taken in the cultivation practices. Pamaroja in the similar line is another crop, and it can also give the benefit to the farmers. Clarisage, salvia, scleria, and this is yet another crop, and it is highly suitable for the cold and dry climate conditions. The climatic conditions where the temperature is low and water is also low, and therefore these kind of crops can be grown in those regions. So, looking at the second segment where that herbal market is nowadays increasing day by day, and these kind of crops can significantly contribute in herbal market as well. And some of the activities which our institute is focused on are like the medicinal plants are very much required that I mentioned. One of the crop is Picrorhiza curva, which is commonly known as putki. It has picroside 1 and 2 molecules, and they are very effective in uh, liver disease treatments, and therefore one of the fraction which has been developed by the institute from this crop, it is really a endangered plant, and therefore its tissue culture technology has been developed, captive cultivation is being practiced, and the fraction which has been given to one of the industry, that is Thermis industry, is producing this and finding applications for liver disease treatment, and therefore this is a very important crop, but it is not under cultivation practice, and therefore if captive cultivation is promoted, then it can find applications. One application has been shown, but there must be several applications which are mentioned here and also available in the literature, can be explored for those applications as well. Inula racemos is in the similar line. This is also known as Puskarmul, and this crop is also has very promising effect in terms of hypotensive activities, anti-spasmodic and febrifuge and expectorant activities, and therefore it can find application that it is in practice for use by several industries which are mentioned, and therefore the cultivation of these kind of an improved variety of these kind of crop is very important, and we are continuously working in that. So similarly, these are several other crops. Maybe time is restricting me to go into the details, but the agrotechnology improved varieties are being developed, and we are giving complete package and practice to the farmers that how these crops can be adopted in cultivation practices, and they can get benefit from those lands where at least those traditional agriculture crops are not in cultivation practice. From that we can get benefits. These are similarly some other crops as well. I can skip all these crops, but other important aspect where institute is involved is in the introduction of saffron in non-traditional areas, and we have shown means successful results in several regions. We have a high-end tissue culture facilities which can cater the need, or which can produce planting materials more than 3 lakh at a time. And we have all these kind of facility in the institute, and we are supporting this. Similarly, we have also introduced low chilling apple, which I think mentioned in the inaugural session also, that this institute is working, but we have been working I think 7-8 years back, initiated and introduced in the northeastern states, and successful results we got, and it has been highlighted by Honorable Prime Minister in Mann Ki Baat that the effort of CSR IHBT has given fruits in the northeastern states where earlier apple was not existing, and the chief ministers of those states have also highlighted the efforts of IHBT appreciated farmers. Similarly, we are the first one in the country to introduce hing, and this hing, when it was introduced, we were not aware of that how it germinates, what are the climatic conditions. All those things we understood, and last year we got first time seed from those plants which are grown in the Himalayan region of the country, and now these seeds are well adapted to our Indian conditions, and we are hopeful that these seeds would give more opportunities to our farmers. They will accept these seeds and bring it in the cultivation practices. We already have covered 8 hectares of land under these cultivation practices. Similarly, we introduced monk fruit, which is a 0-calorie crop, sweetness producing crop. The sweetness molecule is mogroside, and that molecule is present in this crop. This crop is only grown in China, and we are the second grower of this crop adopted. And then we have not only developed agrotechnology, but the process technology, that how that the processed molecule can be taken for several applications, and already we have transferred technology to the industry. Similarly, we introduced cinnamon. It was earlier found only in the southern part of the country, but in Himalayan regions we successfully demonstrated, and we are working on this. avocado, dragon fruits finds applications, only initiated activities last year. Blueberry is also imported completely in the country, and we are seeing the light that these crops can find a place in this country as well. So I conclude with that through aroma mission alone, we have impacted almost 25 states through our efforts. The different crops find means suitable climatic conditions in different states. The different soils supports different crops. So though looking at all those aspects, these crops are suggested to be grown in these regions, and they, if they can grown in large quantities, they will find applications in terms of essential oil from aromatic crops, and several other crops will slowly find means accepted by the farmers and will come under cultivation practices by the farmers in the country. With that I conclude, and thank you very much for giving me opportunity, and I really thanks to the organizers, particularly Dr. Pati, for giving me opportunity to share some of the activities of the institute in this hall. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for sharing your experience, views, and enlighten us with different techniques about different crops. Now, I request our next distinguished speaker, Dr. Shingo Sakamoto, please come on the dais. And again, I request our session lead and session chair to facilitate our this speaker. Welcome, sir. Dr. Shingo Sakamoto is the team leader at the National Institute of Advanced Industrial Science and Technology, Japan, and an adjunct professor at the Graduate School of Science and Engineering. He leads research at the Biomanufacturing Process Research Center, focusing on plant biotechnology and food science. His research integrates plant biomass and metabolic engineering with plant cell wall biology and transcriptional regulation to reduce biomass and improve wood properties. His contributions for sustainable bioenergy production, crop improvement, and industrial decarbonization. Welcome, sir. Now I request to please come on the dais to for his talk. The title of his talk, Cell Wall Engineering. Sir, please.